But back to the Brianna Danielle Gray's page, right here. Here's what we're going to look at, and I think this is going to give us some insight into what actually happened with Dark Zodiac and possibly with Forrest. Dark Zodiac's information, his wife's information, being rated on Facebook, as well as some of Forrest's information. However, Forrest's profile is now private, which leads me to believe that that image could have only been retrieved by someone who got that information off of it when it was not private. I'm not certain who that individual is, but so I'm not going to say anything. Let's take a look at the subscribers on this channel. Here Be Fools 7, Shaughnessy, Dark Zodiac, Exposer. Now we're going to go down and we're going to take a look at some of the comments. This comment is very important. This comment was posted 1 week ago. They are bold. Give me a second. Let me get this straight. They are bold. They signed up as friends on my Facebook to humiliate me. Everyone knows they can do that. Now this is a week ago. And now we have this comment by Dark Zodiac Exposer. 1 day ago. Death to all trolls. Now, if Dark Zodiac Exposer is not connected to Dean, and Dean does not agree with what he's doing, then here's my question. Dean was active 18 minutes ago. Why is that comment still on his profile? You see what I'm saying? Now, Dean will remove comments from his profile. He will. He's not like me. I leave all my profile comments up because I view them as evidence. But I think that's very interesting, the Facebook comment, Dean. I think it's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. And I'm going to go ahead and put the cam down. I'm going to talk for just a second. All right. And as far as the Dark Zodiac Exposer and all of that garbage, Ludo este. Nihil relinquas. That's all I have to say to you. Okay? The subject was Scientology. That was sent to every troll trying to mess you up. You are connected with all these channels, Dean. Dark Zodiac Exposer has said he's with Tesla Brotherhood. He is the Tesla Brotherhood. The Tesla Brotherhood does not exist. You mentioned it in your own video. You said, if it picks up, which I documented already in one of my former videos. You said, if it takes off. If it takes off. You basically stated in so many words that the Tesla Brotherhood doesn't exist. It hasn't taken off because no one wants to join it. Nobody wants to join your creepy little guild. So it is still my view, my opinion, that you are Brianna Danielle Gray and Dark Zodiac Exposer. And you're trying to back out of it because you know that you've taken it too far, you've threatened a man's wife, and you've threatened harm to the President of the United States. And now you're trying to distance yourself from that. It doesn't work that way, Tinker. Meatloaf. It does not work that way. You cannot distance yourself from this. You cannot hide from this. Okay? Now, another thing I wanted to definitely discuss too is Dark Zodiac mentioned an individual by the name of Murder by Fluoride. And what he said was correct. On Blog TV, I was on co-host with Von Helton at the time. And a PM was sent to me by Murder by Fluoride stating that Dark Zodiac was planning on doing a video of one of Von Helton's kids in a coffin. That is a fact. He sent me that message. And my response was, if he does, he's that son of a bitch. If he does that, that's it. He's fucking trash if he does that. And Dark Zodiac actually came on and stated clearly, I will not do that. I did not plan to do that. I am not doing that. And you know what? I believed him. And that was at a time when me and Dark Zodiac were really not friends. And we're not friends now. But I believed him just because I wanted to believe that he wouldn't do that. And I still believe him. And when he mentioned that, that told me that he was telling the truth. And that there's a possibility that individual may want to come back at him for that. However, I am not convinced of that at this point, as of yet. I am not convinced of murder by fluoride's involvement. However, this is the same modus operandi that Tinker Tots was using with the Dark Zodiac Exposure channel and trying to release information on Dark Zodiac's wife and children. So it fits the exact same modus operandi for using someone else's child as a profile image, as was done with this Troller 791 page channel. So it would make sense to me that that would be Tinker Tots as well. However, I can't prove that, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut on the subject. As far as I know, that could be murder by fluoride. I simply don't know. Now, as far as that, going into the bad blood that was going on between us, the Crazy Girl 1127 email, or yeah, it was an email. It was low, it was nasty. They claimed responsibility, apologized for it. Basically, that's over with. It's gone. That's my opinion of it. Let's move on. I don't live in the past. I don't forget the past, but I don't live in the past. And I honestly believe that those individuals won't do anything like that again. You know, we were all somewhat new to this. Well, Victor Fox wasn't, but as far as going on video and debating and things like that, and some nasty things were done and some nasty things were said. Absolutely. I personally am still looking for the individual who made the fake email about Dark Zodiac that was released the same day but was taken down, because we were in Von Helton's room and I posted a link for Monograph to look at with the fake Dark Zodiac email. He looked at it. Mac Electric looked at it. A couple other people looked at it and said immediately, it's fake. I was like, all right. I went to look at the link after the show was over, and the whole channel was gone. So I'm still wondering who that was. It's hard to say. May have been someone trying to come to my aid. I don't do that. So if you're listening, don't do anything like that again. If someone is trying to do something to Forrest in order to get payback for me, let it be known right now on the record that's over. So you can cease and desist. I do not agree with that. Not at all. And Tinker Tots, you came back on the Dark Zodiac Exposure channel and said that you didn't know what this email meant. You came on the Brianna Danielle Gray's channel and basically said that you did. So you've admitted on the Brianna Danielle Gray's channel that you are Tinker Tots, that you are Meatloaf. And we know that Brianna Danielle Gray and Dark Zodiac Exposure are the same person. So logic just leads us in a line. All you have to do is connect the dots. I have the PMs, the comments, and you can look through this friends and subscribers and get the rest. I mean, come on, you put a comment on your page about rating Facebooks and friending people on Facebook in order to get information. Now, if you had friended Forrest on Facebook, you would have been able to get his daughter's image. So that is definitely something that Forrest needs to look into. He needs to look into anyone who he has friended in the last 2 weeks. If you're listening, Forrest, I'm not out to harm you in any way any longer. That's over. As far as I'm concerned, it's done. We're done. I'm finished with that. But absolutely, look into anyone who you've friended in the last 2 weeks and see who may have gotten that image to put that up. All right. We got 30 seconds. Let me see if I can check one more thing. Running low on time. I don't want to do another video on this, but it looks like I'm going to have to. Cancer Man COINTELPRO out. We may have a part 2 that may last a minute. Cancer Man COINTELPRO. Tinker Tots. Sie können mich nicht töten. Ihren Johangen sind leer. I wanted to come on today to show something else. Tinker Tots put the cat video back up. So we all get to see once again what he did to this cat. Isn't that something? Yeah, isn't that something? The title of this video is Freemason Gang Stalking. He intends to make us believe, and the YouTube community believe, that what he did to this cat was not him at all, that it was Freemason gang stalkers coming to attack his cat to teach him a lesson. If that is the case, Tinker Tots, it will be the first time in history that I know of where the target for assassination was not the target at all, but the target's pet. And not only that, but these must be the most inept Freemason gang stalkers on the face of the planet, because they didn't even kill the animal. They just ripped its nose off. Right? I think you lost your temper. I do. I do. Sie können mich nicht töten. Cancer Man COINTELPRO out.